College. The only way to truly earn an Asian parent's love. But behind every story of student success lies untold numbers of hundreds of dollars that students spend in fees and finances. Now, students, or rather their parents, have to pay an average of $37.88 just to apply to one college. Now, the cost goes even higher at the more elite institutions, such as Stanford, being $90 just to apply. According to one New York Times article, there was a time when 6 college applications looked like a lot. 8 was a mark of great ambition. But now, these numbers have become the baseline. A page on College Board's own website recommends that students apply to at least 10 colleges. Now, we'll ignore the fact that it seems a little fishy that the organization that would benefit most from students applying to more schools is encouraging students to apply to more schools. But it certainly does show how the average has gone up over time. However, there are some who make even these numbers seem pitifully small. One high school senior by the name of Alexa Varola applied to 18 colleges, and after looking at her application sheet, she decided 18 wasn't enough and added 11 more. With the stakes so high, students come under immense amount of pressure at school in order to get into college. Students are expected to maintain grades, extracurriculars, and sometimes even jobs to start saving up for college. And this pressure starts as soon as they enter high school. Advanced placement courses are considered college-level work. However, more and more freshmen are taking AP courses as soon as they enter high school. Now, if you think about it, that is a middle school student taking college-level work as soon as they enter high school. It's kind of like Luke Skywalker, who thought he could beat Darth Vader when he hadn't even finished his Jedi training. And we all know what happened. Luke ended up needing a hand. But in this case, we don't have Master Yoda saying it's a bad idea. We have college counselors telling students, encouraging students to take this freshman year AP taking mentality. Now, this pressure isn't just limited to the academics. In fact, students are practically demanded that they pursue extracurriculars in order to strengthen their college application. However, this leads to students pursuing activities they're not really interested in, just so it'll look good on a college application. Well, friends, would you jump off a cliff if it looked good on a college application? Would you kill your mother if it looked good on a college application? I would! Shut up! Shut up, kid in the back! I see you, bull! One blog tells students that if they don't have any extracurriculars by their junior year, then time is running out for them to create a strong college application. Well, kids, time is running out to f***ing life. With fear-mongering like this, it's no surprise that students come under so much stress and worry about this college application process. In some cases, the workload and stress could even lead to death. On January 5th, 2012, David Hu, then a senior at Rancho Bernardo High School, was found unresponsive in his bed and declared dead shortly afterwards. He was going to be the valedictorian of his school, had a perfect score on the SAT, and had already been accepted by the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. His father is quoted as saying, "Don't push your child too hard. MIT, Harvard, it doesn't matter." Yes, getting accepted into college is very important, but when something as extreme as death occurs, then something is very seriously wrong. Our youth should not be paying the price of a faulty education system. Sadly, this brings us to yet another source of stress for students in high school: standardized testing. Now, most colleges require that students take either the SAT or the ACT test in order to apply. Now, both tests have students register about a month in advance and charges $40 a test. However, if you add on the late fees, that price can go up to $60 a test. And it is interesting to note that College Board, the company who administers the SAT, is a non-profit organization, but has a CEO who makes $1.3 million a year. Yep, you heard me right. A non-profit organization has a CEO who makes $1.3 million a year. Is that right? But the test expenses are really just the tip of the iceberg. The test preparation courses is where you're really going to need to put your money. Now, this obsession for high and even perfect scores can lead some to pay exorbitant amounts of money for test preparation classes. One company in Southern California, Summa Education, costs $3,000 for one summer of class. And during that summer, students will come in for 5 days a week and literally drown thousands and thousands of vocab words and formulas in an effort to improve your SAT scores. Private tutors may charge from $1,400 up to $4,000 an hour. And that's a huge amount of money. That at $100 an hour, that's the same amount as we pay doctors or even CEOs of large companies. Plus, after your parents pay all that money, what happens when your scores don't increase and then they get really mad at you because they complain that you wasted their money because my scores didn't improve that much and now I have to take it again. I'm sorry. But where do these standards originate from? Companies such as United States News and Princeton Review have created these rankings every year. And unfortunately, this ranking structure is used as a go-to in the college application every year, even though they might not accurately reflect what the college can actually offer. In addition, colleges have even admitted to manipulating the scores of their students in order to rise in their rankings. Claremont McKenna, part of the Claremont colleges outside of Los Angeles, acknowledged that a senior officer had resigned after admitting that he had inflated the average SAT scores given to United States News since 2005. So now, they're lying in order to rise in their rankings, in order to attract more students, in order to be more selective, which allows them to rise in the rankings again. These rankings define it all, not only for the institutions, but for the student as well. Students who are applying to colleges will look at the rankings and decide to apply to the top elite institutions, even if they may not be a competitive applicant. For this reason, schools are seeing record high applications, but record low acceptance rates. Let's take the Ivy Leagues. In 2013, the Ivy League received 247,283 applications and admitted only 23,000 students. Now, don't get me wrong. These schools are amazing overall.
Why RTV6 News went behind the closed doors of Butler University's admissions department to demystify the process. Tom Weed is the Vice President of Enrollment Management.
A lot of it is that people just don't know what it's all about. It seems so secretive. And a lot of it is because you do what you can, but ultimately the decision is...
So by now, you're probably thinking, shit, this college application process really sounds like a total crapshoot. And hey, you're right. You're right. You're totally justified in saying that. Why? Well, first of all, there are the financial barriers that students from everywhere have to overcome, whether it's test preparation classes, paying the fees for standardized testing and A/B testing, and the cost of college itself, which we all know is extremely expensive and no cheap matter. Second of all, the pressures and stress of the high school life can really affect the students. Because I guarantee there will be some student, and maybe it's you, who's taking 6 APs while balancing it with 20 extracurriculars, 5 of which you are a president in. And let's see. Oh yeah, level 10 certificate of merit piano, and can play accordion by ear, and also saved 2 buildings from a fire, and cured cancer. Yeah, cured cancer. Why not? Why not? Why? And why are you doing this? Because students try to market themselves as being perfect. And let's face it, unless you're Emma Watson, none of you, that's right, none of you are going to be perfect, because none of you are Emma Watson. Just face it, you can't be perfect. You can't be perfect. So, instead of trying to achieve the impossible, you and me, APEL period 1, let's focus on the little things in life that make us happy. Alright? Yes, college is important, but instead of just being so obsessed with the future, let's focus on the here and now and really enjoy the present. Why? Because the present is a gift. Goodbye. I hope you enjoy our satire project.